Boom, session 43. So we have passed the meaning of life and we're on to something far more sinister. The recap for last session, because I think we had about half the people here. Basically, after the fight with the Red Wizards in Moa's shrine on the southern side of Omu, the party headed north through Omu, came to the entrance of the tomb. You can kind of see behind you, for those who weren't here, the two doors. The southernmost door had space for the 9 cubes of the trickster gods to be placed into. You guys did so. The first couple times there were some electric shocks as you got it wrong. But after that, you guys pieced together that the trickster gods had to be kind of aligned with their nemesis. Since 8 of the trickster gods are foes of each other, and the 9th god, Unk, the flail snail, is a neutral party. So that opened the first door. The second room was basically a pit trap that functioned by as the middle of the floor of the second room was crossed, a timer popped out of the wall, and there was a switch on the wall, and the timer was counting down. Sebastian leapt to the lever and pulled it, which opened the floor into a pit trap. So I think as things stand right now, because I'm going to replay what happens next, Sebastian had just used his climbing gear to climb out of that pit trap, and then did the little rope back and forth thing that you guys used to get to Moa's shrine. And you are all now safely across and standing in this hallway in the entrance of the tomb. Let's see here if there's any... Well, I'll stop there. I think I've covered the major points. Any questions from anybody? Because I know I just blew through like an hour and a half in 2 minutes.
So, basically we are trapped in here unless we find a way across the pit, right?
So right now there's ropes running across the pit. So like there's like a rope bridge across the pit directly to the south of you. You basically have gone through the doorway. You've gone through 2 doorways. There is a 20-foot deep pit trap to the south of you. And you have all just kind of come into this entrance chamber, or this entrance hallway of the tomb. Does that make sense? So you're not currently trapped, but I am gonna move forward a little bit just to bring us up to parity with the other group. So the description of this corridor is that you're in a moss-covered corridor extending beyond the second door to the south of you. There are tree roots hanging from a sagging ceiling, and the air reeks of rot and damp. Directly in front of you, that is that weird bulge coming out of the wall to the north. There is a bas-relief carving of a bearded devil's face adorning the wall at a T-shaped intersection. The devil's mouth is open onto a well of utter darkness. I think I showed this last time, but there is a skull motif that will be present throughout this whole thing, and I'll find it real quick and post it. I think I'll probably post... Oh, I can probably drag it over the virtual camera. Let's see if I can find a good image of it. Or does it have some other stupid name? Yeah, it's probably like the Green Goblin skull. And of course, now that I want it, I can't find it. Tomb of Annihilation. Skull. Here it is. So I'm just going to drag this over onto the virtual camera. So unless otherwise specified, open image in new tab. Well, that was weird. Didn't do anything. Oh, there it is. So if you see any skulls and I don't describe them differently in the Tomb of Annihilation, they look like the one I have up on Discord right now.
Makes you want to put your hand in it.
I know, right? You should try that. No. Or you could if you want. As you all enter this room, you hear a weird sound echoing through the halls around you.
And is this working? Oh, I think they're all staring at me now. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to extend you a warm welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation. My name is Withers, and I will be your guide as you explore our fine establishment. Before you dungeon dive right in, I would like to give you a short history of the tomb, and have you complete some basic paperwork so management can improve and enhance the experience for future visitors. Originally called the Tomb of the Nine Gods, this tomb was built by the citizens of Omu in 1377, after the great and terrible Asirak the Eternal laid low the false trickster gods and forced their spirits into servitude. The fine citizens of Omu, overjoyed that they were free of the mendacious and malicious false gods, wholeheartedly devoted themselves to the construction of the tomb you now find yourself in. I seized the opportunity to serve Asirak the Eternal, and have not regretted the choice for a single day in the last 100 years. You will likely find many of these devoted builders still wandering the halls, silently and conscientiously providing service as chaperones and tenders of the various features of our establishment. Asirak was kind enough to provide a benefits package that extends beyond death itself to his dutiful servants. Dally too long in one place, and you may get to meet these servants face to face, and they will help direct you further along in your explorations and sightseeing. As you can guess by its namesake, the Tomb of the Nine Gods houses the spirits of the 9 trickster gods of Omu, each happily resting in magical artifacts contained within individual mausoleums throughout the dungeon. Please do be careful if you handle any of these artifacts, as you may receive unwanted communication from the trickster spirits. In addition to these possessed and possessing possessions, you can find a variety of other incredibly valuable tools, priceless trinkets, and even a few cultural artifacts from Chult. The tomb itself is a testament to multiplanar engineering and the creativity of Asirak himself. You will find 6 complete floors, over 50 rooms, and countless encounters designed to make your stay as invigorating and stimulating as possible. Our staff works tirelessly to ensure that all features of the tomb are always fully functional. If you have a desire to stop and rest, do not worry. You will be able to revisit almost all of our features each and every day. You can breathe a sigh of relief knowing you are in the most capable hands in the entire dungeon business. I can proudly say that we here in the Tomb of Annihilation have a 100% satisfaction rate. Since our opening over a century ago, 997 visitors just like you have entered the tomb, and every single visitor has enjoyed their experience so much, they have decided to extend their stay indefinitely. There may even be a special prize if you happen to be the lucky 1,000th visitor to commit to full-time residency. I am sure you are eager to begin your tour, but But we do have one last bit of bureaucracy to resolve. On a table before you, you will find a short liability waiver explaining your rights, responsibilities, and the various rules and regulations in the tomb. Entry past this point is considered acceptance of the terms and conditions, so I do suggest you take the time to read and understand the document. Welcome, and enjoy your stay.
And with that, the voice falls silent. And there is, in fact, kind of by your zombies, Teresa, there is a table that has a whole bunch of papers, and I'll show them here. There's quite a few parts to this. It basically consists of your standard liability and release waiver. Worth noting, in the second section, it lists quite a few spell types that may not work as you expect in the tomb. These include, but are not limited to, wishes, spells that shape stone or walls, spells that teleport or transport individuals, spells that allow for sensing things through divination, and the ability to communicate outside the tomb. And they have also provided, if you so desire it, a template last will and testament if you wish to fill one out. And as Withers, the man who spoke to you, finished his speech, the door behind all of you starts to grind slowly downwards, and over the course of about 10 seconds shuts.
Now let me read this document here before I know what I'm signing up for.
Sources of external light.
What?
Are there sources of light?
Are there patches of light?
Sources, like torches or something.
Oh, yeah. So this floor of the tomb, there are tiny cracks in the ceiling from the area above, so there is dim light throughout this floor of the tomb. But you also have darkness.
Yowza will sit and read every single term.
To be blunt, there are no actual gotchas in here.
No, that's just what Yaza does because she
Yeah.
has no trust for anyone. I'm not going to sit and read it. I'm just going to tell you what Yaza is going to do. I'm not going. Alex is not going to.
I just mean, yeah, as players, the only gotchas in here are what I already pointed out, that spells don't necessarily work the way you think in here. The rest of this is mostly, if you enjoy entertaining legalese, that's what this is.
That is Yaza.
We're going to have to send it to our lawyer first.
If you would like to send it to your barrister, please inform me which plane and residence I should send it to.
Well then, this is a very detailed document. Let me read this. Before I sign my life away.
Out of curiosity, go ahead.
Oh, once Yaza reads it, she'll realize that it's pretty standard boilerplate. She's not worried about it. She will sign.
Yeah, it's basically just saying that, like, oh, I'm going into this tomb. I might die.
It is noted she puts nobody as a beneficiary, though.
Fair. So at this point, unless anybody wants to do more with the waiver and last will and testament documents, the door behind you has closed, so you are now apparently sealed in here. You are standing at the bottom of a T-junction hallway. Oh, and I'll unpause the game. That would help, huh? So that people can actually move.
I'll walk in. Or have we already walked in? If not,
No, we are now caught up with last week. Nope, just wanted to make sure everybody got introduced to Withers.
That was
Okay.
a sweet voice box you had there.
Were you guys able to even hear it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So what happens if we refuse to sign? Because I see a little clause there that says that I give up my body and soul to the tomb if I die.
If you choose to proceed further into the tomb, that will construe acceptance of the terms and conditions.
Um, it's quite a bind here.
Oh, did the door close? I will dispatch some of our maintenance personnel to investigate that door. But I do invite you to begin the tour of our facility. I assure you it is far more interesting to venture further in than go back out.
Kellic will walk in and then turn around and bird blanket Teresa.
So I'll move you right up to about there.
Someone's bleeding.
I don't know why he's bleeding. I'm just going to add hit points. There. Stop bleeding. I'm just going to top people off.
I'm bleeding all over my wall.
So as you come to this hallway here, Kellic, you see a couple of things. To your left, there is a metal grate in the floor. It's a rusted metal grate. Underneath it, you can hear, and I probably see from where you're at, that there is muddy water flowing underneath it. At the end of this hallway, there is a crystal window covered in creepers and vines, and there appears to be a dark chamber beyond it. There's directly in front of you, the demon face
right
with a pitch black shadow hole in its mouth, and to the right of you, to the east, you can just make out over there. There appears to be a very large chamber with an open space beyond a balcony right as you come out of this hallway.
I want to walk slightly left over to like where I can see into the grate. Look down into it and like see if I can like make out any movement or like life that would be in there.
Yeah,
Or
so
bones. Or bones.
So all you can see flowing is probably about 6 inches or so from the grate. You just see muddy water flowing by. There's no signs of anything in the water. It just appears to be a stream or a sewer or an underground river of some sort under the grate. Yaza, did you say you were moving forward or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna move forward as well.
So I'll put you at the top of the T intersection, inner whatever. For what it's worth, Orvex and Iku have also decided to join you guys in the tomb. Yeah. That's where we're at. Teresa, your lack of signing is duly noted. So does anybody want to do anything?
There's like a window at the end of this hallway if I walk down it.
Yeah. So at the end of this hallway, that that blue image on the map. Cool. Okay. So yeah, there's a blue crystal window at the end of the hallway, kind of in front of you, Kellic, past the grate.
Okay. I'm gonna walk towards that and look through it and see what's on the side.
Sure. So I'm moving you over there. Through it, you can see a dark chamber. Let me just grab the chamber description. So you see in the room beyond there. Sorry, just reading Teresa's comment. So this vaulted tomb is overgrown with moss and creepers in the room beyond. There is a stone sarcophagus resting on a stepped dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, there are two large statues. Those are the stars. Statues of bears gripping a 5-foot diameter bronze disc, embossed with a dozen glaring eyes. You can make out there are some chairs and alcoves. You see desiccated corpses slumping on those stone thrones, and each of those corpses has a black mask made of paper mache and feathers. And you are separated from this room by this crystal window.
I'll just stand there and kind of like word playing through it, and then slowly turn and go back to the group and kind of ponder what he's seen.
Okay.
How about we call that historian over here, have him help us determine what that tomb is.
Orvex comes up and looks through the room. Let's see here. I'm just checking if there's any specific thing.
I could do a history check with him.
Yeah, I'm just checking some stuff. Because I'm flipping through. So Orvex looks at the tomb and he says, I do, based on the images on that sarcophagus, I would assume that this is probably the tomb of Obolaka, if our ominous host is accurate in that the trickster gods are in here. The writings on that sarcophagus make me believe that this is in fact Obolaka, and he was, or she, I should say, was the Zorbo angry bear thing. I think that this is Obolaka. I do not see a way to enter the tomb here besides smashing the window, but I am hesitant to recommend anybody do that.
That's correct. There might be some poison gas inside.
I want to walk over. Yaza wants to walk over to the other side of the T.
So out to where? kind of railing space is?
Yeah.
Sure. So I will move you over there. So as you move to this space, you see before you a grand staircase that descends 4 floors down into dim light below. This room is about 50 feet across, and well, you have dark vision, so you can see at the bottom. There appears to be at the very bottom of this, there are 4 enormous gargoyle statues and a pit between them. It looks like the staircase that you are, or the balcony you're standing on, is a staircase that spirals down floor by floor. Each floor has multiple pathways kind of going off into the tomb. Let's see here. So the stairway down is to the north of you. There is a hall directly north of you. To the east of you, across the kind of the open expanse, you can see that there is a hallway that ends with another carved face on the wall, and there is a hallway to the north on the other side if you were to go all the way around the balcony. On the floor below you, on the balcony, kind of mirroring the same balcony you're on now, you see there's a hunched figure that glares up at you, and it's wearing a mask that is a replica of that devil face I showed earlier. That is also the devil face at the T intersection that you saw. The figure glances at you and then furtively darts down one of the hallways on the second level out into darkness. You can also see opposite you, kind of where I am pinging, if you can see that. So just kind of opposite you and north of the hallway on the other side, there appears to be a bronze plaque with some inscriptions on it. You can't quite read them from the side that you are on right now.
Okay, well, I'll go back kind of like in the center and just tell everybody what I see, and that I'm going to go around and read the inscription if anybody wants to join.
I will follow. But then once I get to the T intersection, like as I'm walking past it, I want to do my roll to see if there's any secret doors.
Sure, that's perception with advantage, right? So your highest roll was a 21. You do not notice any secret doors. The mouth of that thing does seem to have an unnatural darkness to it, but it is not a secret door, if that makes sense.
Sounds like it's a portal. Cool.
Sorry, what?
It sounds like it's a portal. Cool.
Okay.
I'll just follow Yaza. Out for any traps that my passive perception may see.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah. I'll let you know if your passive perception hits anything. Pardon. Pardon me. I'm just kind of moving some folks up.
Oh,
Are you kind of following, waiting for the other tokens to move, Teresa?
oh no, I was trying to struggle with moving my zombies here.
Oh, okay. So Yaza, do you just want to go all the way over to that other plaque? I think that was what you wanted to do, so I'll move you over. Just kind of moving everybody. Oh, I have to remember, if I move you guys, it clips you through walls. Haha. So we'll put Sebastian there. Move Teddy there. So as Yaza, I'm just moving you around the balcony. As you pass that second hallway off to the east, you see that there's another one of those giant stone skulls in the wall. How does that look? Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't configure it right, so yeah, there's a room behind it. The skull...
Is there a secret door, Graham?
you can see... You should be able to see dimly into the chamber beyond through the mouth. So I guess what you can see is fine. There's a sarcophagus in the room beyond. The mouth itself and the skull that you see in the wall, both of its eyes are flickering with flame, and the mouth hangs open. And the room that you see beyond is through the jaws of that skull on the wall, kind of right here. I will try to zoom in a little bit. I'm just trying to keep everybody in field. Okay. Do you guys want to look at that or keep going for the plaque?
Oh, I want to look at the plaque first.
Okay. So I'm going to move you up to the plaque. This plaque has a series of kind of cryptic sentences written into it. And I'll post these in Discord in just a second once I read them. But the sentences are, "The ring is a path to another tomb." The second sentence is, "The dead abhor sunlight." The third says, "Only a jewel can tame the frog." The fourth line says, "Bow is the dead god intoned." And the final line says, "Into darkness descend." And let me find that. Oh, hey, there was also a warning at the entrance of the tomb. So up in general in Discord, I'm going to post a couple of things just so that you get them all. And there's the second one. So I think you guys weren't here for this. Sorry. Last session, there was a warning on an obelisk outside the tomb that was a warning from Asirak the Eternal. It had another set of very cryptic sentences on it. I've posted those in Discord, but those were, "The enemies oppose. One stands between them. In the darkness it hides. Speak no truth to the doomed child. And the keys turn on the inside only." And these appear to be some sort of warning about things inside the tomb.
I'm trying to decipher this warning here. My brain is full of mush right now.
And so at the risk of being slightly metagamey, each sentence is a warning about a specific place in the tomb.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm like, wait, where does this go? So,
Go ahead.
Teresa?
no, I was just thinking.
I will say some of these are far more obvious than others when you get to certain locations.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, the skull that's at the end of the hallway I'm standing in right now, does it remind me at all of the one right at the entrance T?
It is exactly the same. The only difference is this one you can see through the mouth. The other one, the mouth was unnatural pitch darkness.
Okay. I want to return to that one in the first T. And then stand off to the side of it, light a torch, and huck the torch into the mouth.
Okay. I will move you over there. For some reason, Iku is bleeding. I don't know why, so that's weird. Let me come back. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I did want to go north and see what's around the corner.
Sure. So do you want to do that right now, or do you want to wait a second while Kelly throws torches into mouths?
Yeah, I'll wait for them.
So as you huck the torch through the mouth, as it passes that blackness, it just disappears into the darkness, and no light comes out. And you hear kind of a snarl and a snap and a crunching sound from beyond where that darkness is.
I want to shoot arrows through it.
Cool. What is that? That's like an attack at -4 with disadvantage, I'm gonna say. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, just blindly shoot. I mean, basically, all I'm shooting at is making it through that hole as my target.
Oh, so you're trying to shoot.
Yeah, I'm just blindly shooting through the mouth hole, but I'm just aiming at the mouth hole.
Okay, so I am going to do, for reasons, I'm going to do a longbow attack at a -4.
Okay.
So that would have been a 14, so it would be a 4, or it would be a 10.
I would like
Cool.
boon of the archer and add an extra d4 to that.
You want to add a d4 to amp to... Oh, what are you doing?
The attack roll.
Sorry, you keep chopping in and out.
I want to use my minor boon of the archer to add a d4 to that attack roll.
Oh, okay. Sure. So you hear a snarl, and we get to roll initiative. Because that arrow hit something.
Yeah!
Okay, and where is this on the map?
So just a little bit south of you in the T intersection. Kellic shot an arrow into the mouth of the skull in the wall. And I just have to double check. That's man. Okay, da-da-da. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Da-da-da. Oh. That's cool. Fair. Okay, sorry. Let me add that guy to combat. I will add... Oh, what the hell? Let's just select everyone and add you all to combat, because that seems way easier. Okay. Teresa, I think you're the only person who can actually roll. Do you want to roll your initiative in the combat order?
Yeah.
And then I'll roll everybody else in a massive orgy of initiative rolling. Oh, the dice thing broke. That's cool. Fun. Okay. Okay, so we have started combat. It is Teresa's turn. For those paying attention, Teresa has a orange sigil around her, showing her that it's her turn.
All right.
And then
I don't
Iku's
know
up
what the
next.
hell he just did, so I am going to prepare myself and do mage armor on myself.
Cool. I think that lasts an hour, right?
I last 24 hours. Let's see. 8 hours. Yeah,
Cool.
lasts for 8 hours.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Um.
Do you want to move your zombies?
No.
I don't have them in a turn order. Oh, I do.
They
Never
show up
mind.
as 9. Yeah.
Never mind. Do you want to do
That's
anything
it
with
for my
Barry?
turn.
Barry is down in the team. I'll just put Barry by you there.
Yeah, just keep Barry by me. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Barry's flying in the air somewhere.
So it's Iku's turn. Iku is just going to kind of ready herself to attack a creature if anything comes out. And let's see here. That doesn't work, but we will do that. And a dark bat-winged, thin, lithe-looking creature rushes out of the mouth of the hole and will attack you, Kellic. And it will attack with its claws. Wow. That's interesting. Let's see. So it rolled a 20, and I think that beats your AC.
It does.
So it'll hit you for a total of, damn, it got a good hit roll. 8 plus 22 psychic damage. So that's 30 damage. So it will hit you, and then it is going to... What would it do?
This is where Kelly came to die.
I like that character anyway.
I think it is going to... So that's 5. It is going to dash back into the chamber that you can't see into. No, not dash, but just move back in. Do you have attacks? You would get an attack of opportunity.
And I'll slash at it with a short sword.
Okay, let me roll the short sword. That is a 26 for 7 damage. So that will certainly hit it and do the damage. Kellic, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move back to right next to Barry and tell Orbix he needs to get the hell away from that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I'm moving my way past.
And Oryx says, yes, I will certainly retreat momentarily.
And then I'm gonna ready an attack with ensnaring strike. So that ensnaring arrow or whatever it's called. So that if that thing comes back out, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna shoot it with the ensnaring arrow.
Sure. Technically, you can't do that, but sure. I'll let it go. The reason for that, the reason technically you can't do that is you can't ready a bonus action and an action, because ensnaring strike, just like from a rules perspective, it's a spell you cast before you take an attack. But I don't care. That sounds cool. I like it. So I'm going to say sure. How's that?
Okay. Yeah, works for me.
Cool. Okay, then it will be Orvex's turn, and he is going to decide that discretion is the better part of valor and run away like Orvex does best. That makes it Teddy's turn, and Teddy can't see anything, so I guess he'll just move up next to Iku and ready an attack. It is the zombies' turns, Teresa.
Zombies will move up, as ordered. What's their movement speed? 20 feet, jeez. Alright.
So they can get right behind Teddy and Iku.
They'll come over here. Act as my shield.
Meat shield. It is Sebastian's turn. Hearing the clamor, he will go, 10, 20. I think as far as he can get is there. And that's all Sebastian can do here. Teresa, it is your turn again.
Alright, let's see. Was I able to see what had come flying out and went back in?
Yeah, you would have seen that demonic shape dive out of the mouth, hit Kellic, and dive back into the mouth.
Alright. I'm going to ready an action to cast a spell. As soon as I see it again, I am going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on it.
Cool.
And I'll hold my action for when I see it come out again.
Okay.
But I am going to stay where I am.
Okay. Then I will go to Iku's turn. She will move here and prepare to attack anything that comes out of that hole. Yeah, she'll ready an action to attack anything that comes out of that hole. And then it will be Kellic's turn.
So, real quick, is Yaza just like totally MIA?
Oh, crap. I didn't select Yaza. I'm sorry. So, Yaza, you would have gone once already. I apologize for that. I selected everybody except you because you were on the other side. So you would have your last turn to take and then another turn.
Well, could I have even gotten over there fast enough? I mean, I feel like my whole turn would have been a dash to get over there because I'm on the complete opposite side.
Yeah, so 60 feet. So there's 30, 35. So your first turn would have gotten you around here if you dashed. Yeah, we're on round 2, so your first turn would have been dashing to where you're at right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was just making sure because I mean she couldn't have done anything from there, especially with things popping out of the wall, so she would have dashed.
Yeah, I just popped up the turn order. I rolled your initiative. It came up as a 6, so your second turn would not have happened yet.
Okay.
That's good. Yep. No, I was just making sure.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to skip you.
Yeah, Kellic was just like, "Oh, were you supposed to go?"
Yes, I just didn't select everybody all at once. So I think we're at Kellic now. So it's your turn, Kellic.
I'm just counting. So hold on.
Still holding.
I'm counting, and I forgot that Alex's laptop is touchscreen. So hold on. So I'm going to use my fly movement to go to the corner and back 5 more spaces down the T.
Okay, so
It should give me a total of 50 feet if I calculated correctly.
So that's where you'd be. That's
Okay.
50 feet.
And then I'm going to use my actual attacks into the mouth.
Okay, let's see. So I think they're all going to be at -4. So because you're pretty much blind firing into the mouth. So longbow. I think you get 2 attacks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So your first attack, let me switch back to that. So that'll hit. And your second attack is, damn, that's 2 hits. So you hear some snarls from inside as you damage that thing for a total of 20 damage. And I think that's movement, that's attack. Do you have a bonus action you want to take?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, not that I can remember it.
Yeah, I don't think you do have any bonus actions because you can't see it, so I don't think you can really do much. Orvex kind of says, "Can good job or do better? I'm not sure which is relevant. I'll stay back here for now." And he kind of hides in the corner of this balcony.
Watch behind us if you want to be useful.
I will do so. And he takes out his hand crossbow and kind of meekly looks around this space. It's Teddy's turn. I think he is going to move up and also ready an attack if anything comes out. And it is the zombie's turn. Just moving them up as meat shields.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's probably all they can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yaza, do you want me to dash you further forward?
Yeah, how far can I go?
You can go 50 or 60 feet in a turn. Sorry, so actually you would be here. You would have started here, sorry, so that would be 25 feet, not 30.
How far can I go in 30 feet is what I meant. I didn't finish my
Okay.
actual.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can make it right where Barry is if you just move normally. Or you could make it one space beyond Barry.
Yeah, I was just gonna. Oh, because you can go diagonal or something. Yeah, but I was just thinking I would go up to where Barry is, and then I would just hold my attack until something came out of the wall.
Cool.
With a javelin.
Yeah, with the javelin. Sorry, yeah, with the javelin because
Okay,
that's
so-
my.
Okay. And then, let's see, then we've got Sebastian. What would Sebastian do? How far can he move? 30 feet. 5, 10, 15... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to say Sebastian would charge in. Because that seems like a Sebastian thing to do. Sebastian is going to charge through the mouth, and he will attack. Sebastian, I can't say what he sees because nobody else can see what he sees. But he's also in darkness, so he is going to spear once, spear twice, and wow, I can't roll for shit for Sebastian. And he gets a bonus attack. And wow, he just utterly fails to do anything. So he just runs into that chamber and flails around, swinging his spear, and it does nothing. So that's sad. And we are back at the top of the order for Teresa.
All right. I will.
The
Upon not
monster
seeing
goes
anything, I'm gonna.
The monster
forward.
goes right after Iku.
Yeah. Upon not seeing anything, I'm gonna move forward.
The monster is hidden because it's in darkness, which means its position in the turn order is hidden. But it's right after
So
Iku.
did it just not take an action last turn, or did it take an action that we are unaware of? I want to make sure that it actually got a turn. Because the whole idea was to get it out of the hole.
So it attacked you. Did I skip it?
Yeah, I have my second turn now.
Okay, Teresa, I'm gonna move you back, and I'm just gonna run
Yeah.
the thing. Sorry, I don't know. I think I skipped it, maybe, or maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. So
You're like now it's not the turn order. We're gonna ignore it.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm apparently really good at this game. Okay, so let's say because Sebastian would have not been there. It would have dived out and attacked Iku. So this is going to trigger, I think, it's going to trigger Teresa. You get to do Tasha's Mind Whip on it. So if you want to cast that, you can cast that. I don't know how I did that. Okay, so it psychically lash out at a target you can see. It makes a intelligence save. That is the saving throw. So it... Okay, so on a failed save it takes that. On a successful save it takes half as much damage, so it takes 6 psychic damage. It just passed.
17. Yeah, it just passed.
Iku's gonna get an attack on it. So her quarterstaff will hit for a whopping 4 damage because Iku is totally a powerhouse. Let's see. Looking at turn order. Teddy would not have been there, but it doesn't matter. The zombies would not have been there. Nobody else would have been there, so it then dives back in.
Does the zombie get a?
The zombies weren't there yet.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna unhide its turn order.
Would my attack have gone off before I moved? Like, is he ahead of me?
It would be back inside the thing by the time you move, because it would have dashed out, attacked, and come back, and then it would have been your turn.
Remember, my prepared action was shooting it with an ensnaring arrow.
Oh yeah, run that. Because you would have been on the other end of the corridor, so you would have... I'll say you get ensnaring arrow and an attack. How's that?
Cool.
So let me do that, because you can't do that. Haha. So ensnaring strike. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this ends, a writhing mass, blah blah blah. So I have to run an attack roll for you. Let's just cast this. Yeah, roll it. And then your attack would have been longbow. So I need to make a strength save. Yeah, it failed. So it is actually snared there. Thank you for that.
The whole name of the game, son. That was the whole idea.
So it takes 2 damage at the start of its turn. You do 12 damage to it with that one attack. And then, yeah, Teresa, your zombies would then have been able to attack it.
Let's see. Does this take into effect my class ability? Let's see. What was that? Because the zombies have a little bit more HP and a little bit more attack. Let's see.
So they get a +9 to hit and a +4 to weapon damage. I'm going to guess that I did not add that to them, so we can just add that in. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's +4 to damage and +9 to HP.
Uh-huh.
So I have 3d8 +9 on the hit points, so I fixed that. The attack, I have not added the damage. So they attack normally, but we add 4 damage to it. So an
Does
11
11
will
hit?
miss for the first zombie.
Okay.
And
The crit.
damn, so that does 12 plus 4 damage.
Yep.
So that kills it. So that zombie just smashes
Bodied
into
it.
it.
Yeah.
And you kill this weird dark-skinned demon thing.
I want to point out that Kellic successfully used a spell.
You did. I think you've cast more spells than the Artificer has cast at this point. So there you go. Sorry, Kellic. You took all the damage in that fight. Oh no, Iku took some damage. So there you go.
Nice.
So you have
So
killed.
when that dies, does the darkness like disappear?
No, the darkness does not disappear. Sebastian kind of stumbles out and says, there's a room back there, but that seems like some sort of magical darkness in that room.
So if Kellic goes and sticks his head in there, is there anything that as a Gloomstalker he can see?
Can a Gloomstalker see in magical darkness?
If I recall,
I'm trying to look.
they're hidden in all.
There's Humble Sight that I remember being a thing.
I'm looking at your class abilities real quick. Because Umbral Sight is dark vision to 60 feet. You are adept at evading. So I think magical darkness is actually the darkness that you can't see into. Because the effect of magical darkness is different from normal darkness.
You need true sight to see through magical
Yeah.
darkness.
So, yeah, Kellic, you can't see into that room.
Okay. Well, I want to search the body of that thing and see if I recognize it.
Yeah, let me look at... Yep, gotcha. Attributes. This would probably be... Man, there are just no... This is... Okay. I guess I'm just going to do a survival roll for you. And sure, yeah, at a 19, you recognize this as a shadow demon. They're not particularly strong. Their main feature is that they can move through creatures, and they can, if there's dim or dark light, they can disappear very easily. But beyond that, there's nothing particularly interesting about them. They're just demons that love to stay in darkness and strike from the darkness.
Okay. Nothing interesting on the bottom.
Yeah, the body itself doesn't have anything on it. It's just basically a naked demon.
Okay, well, now that we killed something, on to the next thing.
Okay, so since I saw Sebastian go inside, I'm gonna step in this magical darkness.
Okay.
Zombies will go first. Oh, says there's a wall there.
Oh, is there? There is indeed. Let me... Oh, let's just do this. I'm just going to delete the wall here. Maybe. I'm trying to select the right wall segments. Okay, so as the zombies go in, they kind of stumble against walls. You can't see anything in there, but if you feel around, you find out that this is a very small chamber. As you can see on the map, it's a kind of a half-circle sized chamber beyond the mouth that appears to just be shrouded with magical darkness.
Do I have to spell magic? Let me see.
If you have daylight, that should work too.
I actually have Dawn, but I don't want to waste a 5th level slot just for that.
No, but like the cleric might have daylight. I think that's a 3rd level.
Yeah, does Teddy have the daylight spell prepared?
Oh, let's find out.
Unlikely. It's very much a niche utility.
No, he does not have daylight. He has a bunch of healing spells, Spirit Guardians, Stone Shape, Guardian of Faith, and Greater Restoration now. And Mass Healing Word.
I'll admit the only reason I ever had it readied was for Murkana's sake. So that he could see in case someone casted darkness.
But he's got that fancy axe now.
Yeah, but he keeps forgetting to use it. Turn it on, I should say.
By the way, I think I have 3rd level spells now, don't I?
You have Fear.
The 1st level.
Well, but I have 3rd level spell slots, right?
Yeah, you have the 3rd level spell that I see is Fear.
Because I didn't have any. I would have picked Ice Arrows. Have you seen Kellic? Everyone's already afraid of a giant fucking bird. Alright? Jeez.
Yeah.
And bird blinks, alright? That's fear in and of itself.
Intimidation check. Spells. Known spells 5. Add spells. Let's see. What could you add? You have at 3rd level you have Conjure Animals, Conjure Barrage, Daylight, Flame Arrows, Flame Stride. Oh, that's Unearthed Arcana. Lightning Arrow, Non-Detection, Plant Growth, Protection from Energy, Speak with Plants, Summon Fae, Don't Say Anything Lyokin, Water Breathing, Water Walk, and Wall.
I kind of want the one that doesn't say anything loud. There must be a way to break the game while I'm
No,
intrigued.
this is a different one. His was Summon Woodland Creatures.
Oh, that was so good. I love that ability. Grim hates it.
Summon Face summons a small face spirit that is either fuming, mirthful, or tricksy.
Yeah, that's actually not great. Well, the charm one is not bad, but that's only if you like fighting humans. which I don't think you are.
I mean, I was gonna get like lightning arrow. I thought there was like lightning, flame, and ice arrow choices, but I'll just take lightning arrow.
I think, yeah, there's lightning arrow, flame arrow. Holy crap.
What?
Lightning
What's
arrow's
happening?
nuts.
Oh.
I would take...
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
You want me to add that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Learn.
And then what was barrage again? That one gives you like an extra like attack or something, right?
So I don't think you have any more known spells at this point, because you're actually more limited by how many spells you can know than whatever. But Conjure Barrage is throw a non-magical piece of ammunition or fire it to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward. In a 60-foot cone, there's a dex saving throw, and creatures take 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one? What?
Yeah, if you succeed in the saving
Oh.
throw, then you
That seems kind of awful.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll take the lightning arrow.
Because lightning arrow does... It's concentration. It lasts for a minute. The next time you make an attack, make the attack roll as normal. On a hit, it's 48 lightning damage. On a miss, it's half of that. Whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dex saving throw. Each creature takes 2d8 lightning on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. I'm gonna say that lightning arrow is like in every way better than Conjure Barrage.
Yeah, so I'll keep that. Okay, that's all. Thanks for looking into that.
Yeah. So let me just let me do this. There we go. Now you have lightning arrow, and I'm assuming fear came from your Gloomstalker nonsense.
I'm pretty sure it's a level 9 Gloomstalker deal.
Yeah, that sounds right. So you also have fear. Okay. I'm gonna run to the restroom right quick, and then do probably about 30-40 minutes more of this, and then we'll be good. So I'll be right back. Okay. Laokin, you're gonna have to be a good boy.
Eh? Why, what I do?
Well, because this group's gonna run far ahead of you guys, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna have to be careful when I run with you. Anyway, I am back.
I'd like to think I keep spoilers under wraps anyway.
Yeah, he didn't tell any of us that we were getting evicted.
Yeah, that's true. And hey, technically I threw quite a lot of money into that eviction, so...
Well, I'm well aware of that. I got insurance fraud out of it that I had to give back to you.
That's all good.
Wait, we got evicted? What?
No, that was the last time, I think.
Oh, okay.
When I threw 2 faction dreads and some other shit into it.
Never mind. I'm just confused by life. Okay.
That's the first time.
So you guys are at this T intersection next to a dead shadow demon.
Okay, well, Jellic will just kind of like look at Teresa and gesture towards the hallway she wanted to go up.
Cool. Are you here, Teresa, or check it out? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to move back to the hallway that I was studying and go up north.
Why am I moving a dead shadow demon? as you all start to come through the hallway, Orvek says, "Oh, great job."
Fantastic. At least you watched our back, so you're not entirely useless.
Kellic will disdainfully bird blink at him.
And as you do so, Orvik says, "Would you like to trade your bow for my hand crossbow, Sir Birdman?"
I'll just Kellic just slowly shakes his head and walks away.
Okay. Yeah, so Teresa, that hallway extends north about 20, 25 feet and then turns off to the west.
Okay. I will let my zombies lead the way. And she'll call out to the rest of you coming. Or are you going to stare down into that gaping abyss down below?
Yeah, worth asking, do you guys want to have some sort of marching order going down hallways like this? Just because yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can be one of the first people to go in.
Well, if someone wants to heal Kellic, I'll go first because I have high perception and also have trap resistance.
Okay, so let's see here. EQ can definitely do a heal. She will do Cure Wounds on you for 10. Not bad. So I'll give you 10 hit points. So that you're at, just so you know, you're at 52 out of 67.
That's fine.
So I think we've got what Yaza said she'd go first. Kellic would go first. I think Sebastian would also volunteer to go first. So which of the three of you want to go first?
I mean, I could just go second, and I could be able to see past whoever's first to see traps, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Then I'll keep my zombies behind me and I'll stay in the middle.
Okay. Yaza, do you want to go first because you're here right now?
Yes.
Okay. Just seems... Okay, so... So as you get to the corner, you hear kind of a shuffling movement from beyond the bend.
How loud is the shuffling movement?
It just sounds like kind of footsteps shuffling on stone.
Okay, nothing in particular stands out. It doesn't sound like clops or anything like that, just like footsteps.
Yeah, it sounds like just footsteps kind of shuffling on stone.
Okay, I'll kind of whisper that to Kellic behind me, just to like let him know, and that I'm gonna move forward.
As I'm going around the corner, I'll knock an arrow just to make sure that if it's something threatening, I'll shoot it.
Cool. So as Yaza, you come around the corner, you see a very odd sight. Standing in the hallway about 10 feet from you is a very bad undead looking version of yourself. On its head, where a helmet would be, there seems almost melted into its flesh a triangular shaped stylistic crown just kind of coming off of the top of this zombified version of you. The creature itself doesn't seem to really take any particular notice of you. It's just kind of shuffling along in this hallway.
Is it the same size as me?
Like, imagine yourself, but kind of rotted, and then somebody poured this weird metal crown onto your head. And I would say this.
Okay, no, I was just making sure that it wasn't like shorter or bigger or anything else. It was the same.
And I can't remember if you were in the session or not, but this, you get a flashback of, were you in the dream sequence we did?
Yeah.
So you get a flashback of the end of that dream sequence where you were all kind of in a haze, led to these tables next to crucibles and laid down, and then you woke up at the very end. And you can also hear in this hallway the sound of like an old woman cackling as you see this figure. And I think the rest of you all also would hear a faint cackling laugh as you round this corner and see this undead simulacrum of yourself with this weird triangular crown melted into its head.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step forward. With my longsword drawn.
Okay. The creature in front of you, the weird undead version of you, kind of walks forward and bumps into your sword, and looks down and looks at you, and there's nothing in the dead eyes, and it kind of pulls itself off of the half-inch of sword that it had stuck itself into, and just starts slowly walking in the other direction down the hall.
And I'm just gonna walk and try to walk past it and like shove it out of my way.
Just kind of try to push past it.
Exactly.
Okay. How far down this hallway do you want to go? So it looks like, sorry, let me describe it a little bit. You can see that there's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, about 40, 45 feet in the distance. It looks like this hallway opens up into a room beyond. You can't quite see into the room beyond, but you've got about 45 feet of hallway between you and the room to the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a faster pace and just walk past this zombie thing.
So kind of like over here.
Exactly.
So you...
And I'm gonna walk to the opening.
Okay. So you get... I'm going to put you right here so you can see the whole room. So you push past the zombie version of you, and it kind of bumps to the side, bumps off the wall, and doesn't really seem to take much notice. It's just kind of wandering in this hallway. As you get to that chamber beyond, and you get to that place where it opens up, you can see that on the far end of this chamber, in that alcove where the star is, there is a rusting statue of a knight gripping a large iron shield. There are shards and flakes of metal littering the entire end of the hallway in front of that statue and shield.
There are what? Littering the hallway?
So all of that brown crud on the ground looks like rusted and broken apart bits of metal.
Do I see anything else?
That appears to be that's all that you see in this hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna call to everybody to come along because I'm gonna ask Kellic to look for secret traps or secret doors or traps.
The map isn't really revealing for me when I move my token.
Can you try reloading? I don't see any weirdness on my end.
Yeah, because it works with zombies, but not for Teresa's token.
Oh, that's because... Okay. Hold on, let me try something. I know what the problem is. You're the human. And configure... Let's see here. Sight limit, unlimited global illumination, dim light, save changes. Is that any better?
It's loading.
Okay, so this floor has dim light. Floors below this, unless otherwise noted, don't have light. So I had it set to no light. So that's what it was.
Okay, now I can see.
Yeah. So there's dim light filtering in through cracks in the ceiling in this floor. So basically, because you don't have dark vision, it wasn't showing you anything. Let's see. So I've got Kellic. Do you want me to move you up behind Yaza?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then the secret doors.
Let me roll your secret door checks. Perception. You got a crit and a 27. You don't notice any secret doors.
God damn it!
Sorry. Not every room in this place has secret doors.
Yeah, you said there's supposed to be more in the tomb, right? So I'm starting to call bullshit. We've been in 2 rooms already. And shit.
Look, there are 4 secret doors on this level. You have not passed any of them yet, okay? So just chill out. I will give you the damn secret doors when we get to them.
I mean, you've met me before.
Anyway. Yeah, so let's see. Teresa, Kellic, Yaza, I'm kind of keeping Teddy and Sebastian back just because I don't want to play the game for everybody. But again, so there's a statue in the far end of this room of it's a rusting statue of a knight. He is holding a large iron shield. In front of the statue on the far end of the room, it is just littered with broken and rusted chunks of metal.
As I enter the room, I'm going to do a check to see if I perceive any traps.
So you want to enter the room?
I mean, I was still following Yaza. Yaza, do you want to enter the room?
Yeah, I want to go in the room. I just wanted other people with me. I don't want to go all lonesome.
I don't want to be alone. Yeah, sorry, I'm just moving hordes of tokens up. 1 second. I guess I'm going to put Sebastian in the back, because we should probably have a paladin in front and a paladin in back. That seems decent. Okay.
Sounds like a good cover formation.
Yeah, wow, this is just so many tokens. We have a train of tokens in this hallway. I'm just thinking of groups that have like 6 NPCs when they do this. It seems crazy. Okay, so Yaza, as you enter the room, from your armor, you feel a tug towards the shield and the statue in the far side of the room. I'm going to need you to make an athletics save, which I guess I have to, or an athletics check, which I have to roll for you. And you got a 13, so you feel that tug, but you're able to overcome the feeling, but you feel that literally your armor is pulling you towards that shield.
So, like, almost like a magnetic type of feel?
Yeah. That's a good description for it.
Can I do... You guys want to spend 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic?
I think it's safe to say that that's probably magic.
Yeah, I can do that really quick in this room. See if I can detect where. Like, where's that effect coming from? Or what type of effect?
Well,
I'm going to throw. I think Brim, I have some daggers, don't I? Or do I not have a dagger?
Let's see here. Yeah, you have one dagger.
All right, I'm gonna throw a dagger at the shield and see what happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna narrate that first, Teresa, just because I think it makes more sense to let that happen, based on the way this room works and the time factors involved. So Yaza, you toss a dagger towards the shield. It gets pulled directly into the shield, and as it hits it, the dagger disintegrates into chunks of rust. And then I need to know what you do next.
Once I see that happen, I'm gonna back up.
Okay, so as you back up, you feel that tug continuing to pull against you, and you're able to back up to the entrance of the room. As you get to the threshold of the room, that tugging feeling on your armor goes away.
Hmm.
Did I see any other doors in there, like while I stepped in?
Yeah, so there are hallways about 15 feet in front. So, like right here where I'm pinging, there are hallways going north and south.
I want to step inside the room and see if I get the same effect.
Sure, I'm just going to move you in.
Yeah, since I'm not
I have to
wearing.
look at your inventory real quick. So your dagger and your mess kit, you can feel both of them tugging through your backpack or your pouch or whatever towards that statue at the end of the hall.
Okay.
I'm going to say they're not quite big enough to try and physically move you towards it. But you can definitely feel them tugging against you.
I'll move my zombies further into the room.
I'm assuming zombies aren't wearing metal armor?
No.
Cool. You see one of the zombies, out of its head, it actually had a filling in its mouth, and it flies out of its jaw and kind of hits the shield and just disappears in a puff of red mist.
So, I do believe that you lot that's wearing armor should very well stay away from that because that has the same effects as a rust monster. But how do we get past this room? Do you
All
think
I know
you
is I'm
all
wearing
can
a
resist?
armor.
Or maybe what if we, because this Skelly boy back here has this thing in its head, right?
Yeah, it's got a giant metal chunk on its head.
And it didn't react when we passed by, correct?
Yeah, it didn't really seem to notice you guys.
What if we shove the Skelly boy into the shield so that it gets stuck there while the rest of those that are wearing the heavy armor can move by? Trying to think of a way that, you know, the paladins and those that are carrying metal weapons can pass by without having their stuff destroyed.
You guys want to shove the skeleton into the room?
I'd say so.
yes.
Cool. Teddy will come up and be like, okay, I guess. And he just starts shoving the skeleton along towards you. I'm assuming Yaza and Kellic, you just kind of make way as he shoves it past you guys.
Yeah.
So once the skeleton gets into the room, It does get pulled bodily across the room and slams into the shield. Let's see here. It would. Oh yeah, that's plenty. So it's not a skeleton. It's a zombie thing. But as the Yaza skeleton thing hits the shield, the force of being pulled across the whole room pretty much breaks the zombie apart. The metal on its head just kind of hits the shield, sticks there for a minute, and then drops to the ground. So there is now a big triangular, like about a foot long triangular chunk of metal lying on the floor in front of the shield.
What I can't remember what metallic things does Kellic have? Can't remember too much.
Yeah, let me look at what you got. You have a bunch of swords. I think what I really care about is armor here. You have leather armor and padded leather armor. And then you have a steel mirror. Interesting. And a couple. You have 2 hammers, 2 crowbars, 10 pitons, manacles, and a steel mirror. You've got a bunch of random metal things in your backpack, basically, and a long sword and 2 short swords. It looks like.
Okay, well, I'll just take my pack off and put it against the wall with the short swords on it,
Okay.
so that I don't have any metallic items on me. And
Yeah.
then I'll approach that triangular piece of metal and pick it up.
You do so. You do feel in your quiver your arrows are tugging, but they don't really manage to fly out, and you are able to pick up that triangular piece of metal.
Okay, I'll bring that back so it's outside of the hallway again.
So I'll bring you over here. So let's see. Yeah, I'll say you're able to do that. You can feel it tugging against you the whole time, and it's not very... it's annoying, but the metal is small enough that it's not, like, bodily pulling you back. Why are you trailing blood?
I'm still slightly hurt.
Yeah, but you should only be trailing blood when you're under 50% hit points. Oh, advanced configuration. I'm going to turn it down to kobold. Sorry about that for anybody in the dark. Yeah, you bring it back and you can put that next to your pack and your swords.
I want to inspect the piece of metal and see if there's any like special features to it that I can identify, like if it has any writing or markings or like anything other than just looking like a hunk of metal.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's see. So you can definitely see that there are some, it looks like runes, or runes. Runes, I'm going to say that right. Inscribed around the outer edge of it in a band. Beyond that, it appears to just be iron or steel.
Does it look like any writing that we've seen before, like perhaps Omuan?
So it's none of the languages that your character knows. Let's see, yeah, none of the languages you know match up to that, to the runes carved on it, and I'll say, let me just double check, let's see, okay, Yaza, Teresa, So I'll say Yaza and Teresa, both of you think it looks kind of like infernal, but it's not a it's not exactly infernal. Like it's like some version of infernal, but a subversion or a variant that you don't understand, but it's definitely similar to infernal.
Can I make out some of like the words or anything like that?
Yeah, so it almost looks to you, Yaza. It almost looks like if somebody had written your name in infernal but screwed it up. It almost looks like it's just your name written on each side of the triangle.
Weird.
Okay, well, Kellic will put that thing back down and then reapproach the statue without picking up any of the other metal things to kind of inspect it and see if there's like any kind of trigger or switch or like mechanism that seems to be driving this effect.
Man, it seems like the tiefling has a friend or an admirer around here.
Were you here for the dream sequence, Teresa?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I can't remember who all was here. I know that Lyokin was here. I think Sebastian, but I can't remember who else. Let's see. So as you inspect the statue and the shield is separate from the statue. The statue itself looks like it was made out of metal. It is heavily covered in rust. The shield itself is a large iron shield, kind of strapped to the hand of the to the arm of the statue, facing out into the room. There doesn't appear to be any mechanical stuff here besides just the leather straps on the back of the shield holding it to the statue.
I don't have anything that I could cut those straps with, do I?
I think
or anything.
all of your blades are back at the by your pack. You would have your longbow and your arrows, which I would assume have metal arrowheads.
Maybe I could try just like sawing through one of the leather bands with an arrowhead.
Yeah, I'll say so. The first arrow you take out kind of slips out of your hand and hits the shield and disintegrates into basically rust dust. The second one you grip a bit better, and you're able to cut the shield free from behind. You're able to cut those straps, and now you have that iron shield and the statue. Well, the statue's just standing there, but you have the iron shield in your hands.
Okay, so I want to walk down the hallway to the south, just like 10 feet or something, so I'm out of the room.
Okay.
With that shield, and I want to lean it up against the wall, and then take the arrow that I had sawed it off of the statue with, and see if it's still attracted to the shield itself.
So you've leaned the shield against the wall, facing the wall?
No, so lean it against the wall like a 45-degree angle between the wall and the floor.
Yeah.
And with the like side that had been attracting metal objects facing outward.
So yeah, if you hold the arrow in front of it, you feel the arrow getting tugged towards the shield.
Okay, so I will leave it exactly where it is and go back into the main room, like the 10 feet north from where I am, and tell everyone it appears that the shield itself is the magnetic draw. So we should be able to proceed as long as we keep the shield away from all of our metal.
Yas is gonna ask Kellic if he can experiment how far away it is until there isn't a pull any longer towards the shield.
Okay, well, Alec will like kind of go back and lean it so that it's looking up the hallway, like lean it on the south wall, and then slowly walk away with the arrowhead like pointing at the shield and see how long it goes before it deactivates.
Yeah, so a couple of things. So as you walk north, you find that it's about 40 feet is the range of the shield. So anything within 40 feet of the facing of the shield gets sucked towards it. Once you get past that, you don't feel the arrowhead poking. As you walk north, testing this, the room to the north of you that you can see, let me scroll up, or let me just do some quick descriptions. So the room to the north of you, you see in it, it's a circular room. The only feature in it is a large fountain crusted with moss in the middle of the floor. And there are 3 marble maidens standing in the fountain holding pitchers, out of which water is flowing into that fountain. The hall to the south of you appears to just be about 20 feet of dead-end hallway.
Okay, well, I will go back down the hallway to pick up the shield. Actually, no, I'm going to turn the shield around so that it's facing the other direction, and then I'm going to see if there's any magnetic pull to it from behind.
No, there's no pull from behind.
Okay. And then while I'm in that hallway, I'm going to do a check for secret doors.
I was waiting for that. Let's see here. So, perception. Roll 1, roll 2. You do not detect any secret doors in this hallway. You got an 11 and a 12.
I'm going to tell everyone else. It seems like there should be a door here. Can anyone else come look?
Oh, let's just pile everybody in.
I'm gonna ask first before I go in if it's safe to go in with my armor.
I have the shield turned away from everyone as well. So I'll say yes.
I'm just rolling perception checks for people who weren't here. Oh, hey. So, Iku comes in the hallway and notices, what is going on? I need walls. There are 2 secret doors in here. And I am turning them into, I hope, normal doors. So hopefully you can see it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can just see on the stream. There is a doorway to the south and a doorway to the east in this hallway.
Okay, well. I feel like we really should keep the shield because it's probably going to be super useful to like disarm people. But Kellic is definitely not the person that should be wielding it. Doesn't Sebastian use shields?
He does, yes.
So
No!
Yasa shouts.
it's the other direction.
Okay, so if I'm behind it, it's okay.
If she's behind the shield, it won't pull on her other metal items, right?
Yeah, so the shield pretty much like in a, let's say a cone radiating from the front of the shield just to give it some mechanics. Basically, in a cone 40 feet out from the shield, from the front of it, it attracts metal objects, yes.
I'll pick it up.
Continue putting it away from us, I'm hoping.
I'll point it straight towards you guys.
Well, I don't have anything, but Iku might.
Oh, sucks to be him, doesn't
People who have metal are Teddy, Sebastian, Yaza. Well, let me double check Teddy. Oh yeah, he's got scale mail and a shield and a club and a mace. Well, a mace. Sebastian has plate armor and a shield and a spear and a longsword. Kellic shoots arrows. Orvex shoots crossbow bolts. Iku has no metal. She's just got leather armor and a quarterstaff. And Teresa, well, she has a dagger. Yeah. So I think what? 1, 2, 3. 4 of the 5 party members either have metal weapons or metal armor or use weapons that shoot metal. So do you guys want to pick that thing up and carry it around, or do you want to leave it be, or what do you want to do with it?
The shield facing that.
Okay, so Yaza said she wants to open the door at the south end with the shield pointing into the doorway.
Okay. So this opens onto the sarcophagus. You pardon me. So as you open the door, you see you're behind one of those chairs with one of the dead bodies, one of the corpses on it, wearing the masks that you saw through that crystal window in the entrance T hallway. And you see the sarcophagus in the middle of the room. Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling around. Yaza, I'll move you up to there. Let's see. Just double checking. Yeah, so I think you can... Okay. Take care, Teresa.
Alright, sorry about that. I just had to keep checking on him until he wakes up. But, good night.
Thank you. So yeah, you're looking into that room with the sarcophagus that you saw through the crystal window. Nothing flies towards your shield.
should we just wait until there's more people again?
Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to pause?
Yeah, we were saying we should probably pause since it's just the two of us now. And you. I mean, you're really important.
You need somebody to run the
You could say we couldn't do it without you, Fran.
I mean, you could, but then you'd know everything, and it would be kind of anticlimactic to run it if you knew how everything worked.
That sounds shitty.
Yeah, we can definitely pause. I think also I'm, well, you guys are here, but next Thursday I have family in town, so I may or may not be running. I don't know right now. It kind of depends on what's going on, because I think they're planning on staying in the basement where I
Oh, fun.
run the game. So,
You can't have them like just watch us play games for 3 hours.
Up until midnight? Come on, Graham.
well, my 6-year-old nephew will be down here trying to go to sleep on the couch next to me. That said, I am going to be moving my computer upstairs. So I'm kind of
Sounds like a perfect reason to do it soon.
well, I'm trying to decide on how much of my computer setup I'm going to move upstairs and how easy/hard it will be to run the game. Because I'm a spoiled jerk who has 4 monitors and uses every single one of them to run the game. So,
Oh, princess.
yeah, no, I'm a princess. It's weird tonight because I'm not doing my camera. I actually have like 4 full screens. But anyway, so I'm going to make a call later about what I do for that, kind of based on how the family's doing at that point. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll figure out next week if I run or not. Also depending on how many people show up, because I think my brother will be back. I think Sebastian will be back. So if we have enough people and I can figure out how to do it with like 1 or 2 monitors and do it well, I'll try to do it. And assuming that like it's not unholy terror of having 4 children in the house, we'll see.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Well, thank you all. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the pause button, and we'll be back at some point in the future.